Alrighty, it is officially time. Hello and welcome to Movement Break. My name's Amber Linkford and I'll be running you through your movement session today. For today's class, we're doing all standing exercises. All you need is some room to move. I recommend about an arm span of space in all directions. And if at any point you find that you need any assistance with balance, you can move to your support structures. Support structures include a wall, desk, table, or the back of a stable chair. Now we're going to start with our lower body first, kind of starting with our feet, calves, and working our way up today. So let's do some prancing to begin. I want you to stand with your feet right underneath your hips, toes pointing forward. With our prances, we're just going to take one leg, bend your knee, lift your heel up, pressing down through your toes. You're just going to switch. So alternating side to side as one heel lifts, the other one lowers. As one knee bends, the other one straightens. Trying to push down through those toes to feel those calves activating. You may also feel a little bit of a stretch down the bottom of your foot. Let's do one more to each side. Lowering both feet down, I want you to bring your feet in just a little bit closer. So you can have your feet touching, or you can leave an inch or two of space. We want that nice narrow stance. We're going to start with some knee bends. For our knee bends, chest stays upright, feet stay flat on the ground, and all we're going to do is bend our knees, little mini squat, and stand. So we want to feel a little gentle stretch in our calves, and we also want to get those quads to start activating, getting a little bit of quad work. If you have any irritation in your knees with this exercise, you can bend at the waist and just do a small knee bend with that little hip hinge. That's going to get more activation in your glutes and less in your quads. So it takes some pressure off of the front of your knees in that position. One more here. And then we're going to add some heel raises with this. So we're going to do a bent knee heel raise. Option to do it with straight legs as well. You can move to that support structure for balance. Lifting those heels up and down, keeping those knees bent. The only movement comes through that ankle joint as we lift and lower our heels. Other options, we can do this with straight legs. Lifting your heels up and down. Let's do one more here. Lower those heels, straighten those legs, going into a hamstring scoop up next. So for hamstring scoop ups, couple options. Option one, straightening one leg in front. I want you to flex your toes back towards your shin. You're going to take your hands, bending at the waist. We're going to scoop those hands down, up, circle around as you bring your foot in, and then switch sides. Bending at the waist, scooping those arms up and around. Trying to keep that front leg as straight as you can. That's where we're going to get that nice stretch down the back of your leg here. Other options, keeping your feet side by side, just bending at the waist and scooping those arms up and around. This is going to take out that single side stretch, but it's going to provide more stability. Let's do one more to each side. And then next, we're going to get a little bit of some glute activation. So we're going to do some standing fire hydrants. For this one, I do recommend moving to that support structure for balance, holding on with one hand, or you can place both hands on that support structure. We're going to go into a little bit of an athletic stance. So bending at the waist, we're going to have that slight forward lean. Knees are going to be bent. You're going to shift your weight over to one side. So I'm going to start with my right leg first, shifting my weight a little bit over to that left side. We're going to take that right leg, keeping your knee bent. You're going to lift it out to the side and back in. So as I bring that leg back in, I'm kind of just balancing on that toe, holding onto that support structure if you need to. But we're just lifting directly out to the side. Getting some good glute activation here. Let's do 2 more on that right side. And then we're going to switch. So you can stand up, shake it out real quick. And then back to athletic stance. Shifting your weight over to that right side now. Left leg's gonna lift out to the side and in. One more on this side. Standing up tall, going into our wide stance. We're going to give those glutes a little bit of a stretch, kind of stretching those hips, low back area. So wide stance, toes are pointing forward, hands can be on your hips. Taking your hips, so you're going to bring your hips over to the right, circling your hips forward, to the left, and back. Now, as we circle those hips forward, your chest is going to lean back slightly. And as we circle those hips back, your chest leans forward slightly. A nice whole body motion here. But it really opens up your hips and that low back area. Let's do one more in this direction, and then we will switch. Bring your hips back to the left, forward, and then over to the right. Last circle here. Standing up nice and tall, bringing those legs in. Few standing cat-cows, just kind of get a little bit more movement through our spine today. Soft knees, taking your tailbone, you're gonna tuck your tailbone under, tucking your chin, getting as rounded as you can, and then lifting your tailbone, lifting your chin, getting as extended as you can, alternating from our flexion to our extension. One more here. Relaxing out of that, taking your hands. We're going to place our hands in front of our chest. I want you to actively press your fingers and palms together. Starting kind of at that chest height, we're going to begin with an overhead reach. So keeping that contact, you're just going to reach up as far as you can. Goal is to reach for the ceiling. And then as we lower back down, we're going to lower as far as we can, keeping that contact. And then we're going to add a little rotation, rotating those fingers to the ground, back up, and then we reach. Reaching as tall as we can before lowering and adding that rotation once again. Last one here. Releasing those hands, we're going to lace your fingers together, ending with a little bit of some tricep. I want you to place your hands back behind your head, elbows are bent. We're just going to gently pull our hands. Both hands pull the left shoulder, and then they pull to the right shoulder. As we pull those hands side to side, we're keeping those arms back behind our head, getting a nice stretch in those triceps. Let's do one more to each side. Relaxing out of that, releasing your hands. And that is all of the movements I have for you all today. Thank you so much for joining Movement Break. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you next time.